John.
Sarah, clearly the president has strong views on whether or not players in professional sports teams should stand for the national anthem. Given the response that the president has gotten over the last 48 hours, even from Tom Brady of the New England Patriots, who believes that what the president said on Friday night was very divisive, does the president regret at all describing these players who take a knee for the national anthem as SOBs who should be fired?
Look, this isn't about the president being against anyone, but this is about the president and millions of Americans being for something, being for honoring our flag, honoring our national anthem, and honoring the men and women who fought to defend it. I think General Martin Dempsey, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said it best when he said this morning. It's important to remember that our military is composed entirely of volunteers. It obviously takes a special kind of patriotism for people to volunteer to risk their life for their country. Theirs is not blind patriotism that pretends there is nothing wrong with the country. Every man and woman in uniform knows we still have work to do to achieve the equality, opportunity, and justice for all to which we aspire. But every member of the military also knows that what is right about America is worth defending. And if it's worth defending, it's worth honoring. He continued, I just hope that the athletes who are using the anthem as a protest understand why people like me intend to keep standing during the national anthem. We do so not because we agree with everything America has done or everything that has been done in America's name, but because despite all of that, the world is a better place because America exists. That seems to me to be worth the honor of respect during the national anthem.
I understand General Dempsey's position. I think people would thank him for his service to this great nation. But did the president go too far in referring to these players as SOBs who should be fired?
I think that it's always appropriate for the President of the United States to defend our flag, to defend the national anthem, and to defend the men and women who fought and died to defend it. Peter.
Sir, let me ask you, you've often talked about how the president uses Twitter as a platform to sort of emphasize those things that are most important. Over the course of the last 72 hours, the president has tweeted more than a dozen times about sports, about kneeling, about NASCAR on this topic. He tweeted 0 times about Puerto Rico. So I guess the bottom line question is, what message is the president sending by emphasizing sports right now and not a big crisis that's affecting so many?
He's not emphasizing sports. You're missing the entire purpose of the message. He's emphasizing something that should be unifying. Celebrating and promoting patriotism in our country is something that should bring everybody together. When it comes to Puerto Rico, the president has sent both Administrator Long and Senior Advisor to the Department of Homeland Security, Tom Bossert, to Puerto Rico today. They're on the ground to assess the damage. We've done unprecedented movement in terms of federal funding to provide for the people of Puerto Rico and others that have been impacted these storms. We'll continue to do so and continue to do everything that we can possibly under the federal government to provide assistance.
So to be very clear, you say the president is instead emphasizing something that brings Americans together. Then what message does it send for the president to stand behind the presidential seal at a rally in Alabama and call an American citizen who's expressing his First Amendment rights a son of a bitch?
Again, I think it's always appropriate for the president to defend our flag, to defend the national anthem. Hold on, I'm not fishing. It's always appropriate for the president of this country to promote our flag, to promote our national anthem, and ask people to respect it.
Promote the First Amendment.
Peter, I've answered your question. Jeff?